un gran optimismo. Y lo tengo por lo que he experimentado a lo largo de mi trabajo con el Caribe. Lo tengo por lo que hemos sido capaces de hacer, sobre todo en estos últimos 3 años en la Asociación de Estados del Caribe, que no tengo tiempo para detallar, pero que hemos sido capaces de poner adelante proyectos sumamente importantes en materia de prevención de desastres, en materia de turismo sostenible, en materia de facilitación del comercio, de transporte, etcétera. Pero además porque tengo una experiencia como embajador que fui de Colombia en Jamaica. Pusimos en esa ocasión el programa más importante que se ha hecho en la historia del Caribe en materia de intercambios, programa que duró cerca de 10 años, de intercambio para conocimientos, para formación de estudiantes en español y en inglés. Enviamos más de 200 estudiantes del Caribe inglés a Colombia a estudiar español y a tener una inmersión cultural. Y recibimos más de 200 estudiantes del Caribe inglés. De manera que enviamos estudiantes a Barbados, recibimos estudiantes de Barbados, enviamos estudiantes de Trinidad, en fin, de todo el Caribe. ¿Por qué no podemos seguir replicando esta experiencia? Que tanto la necesitamos. Creo que por supuesto podríamos hacerlo, porque creo que estamos avanzando, al menos estamos avanzando, no lo necesario, pero estamos avanzando con proyectos estratégicos importantes en poner juntos a la comunidad de CARICOM con la comunidad de Centroamérica, con Colombia, con México, en general con Latinoamérica, con Cuba, con República Dominicana, con el resto de las islas. Sabemos que tenemos intereses estratégicos propios del Caribe. Estamos en la zona más vulnerable. Necesitamos trabajar en un gran programa para mitigar la vulnerabilidad del Caribe. El cambio, los impactos del cambio climático, la protección del mar Caribe, el desarrollo del comercio y la inversión. Pero como sé que se me está acabando el tiempo, quisiera dejar una sola reflexión que creo que debería conducir nuestro compromiso de hoy para trabajar de verdad por la convergencia en el Gran Caribe. No hablo solo de la asociación, hablo de todos nosotros. Y me voy a tomar un minuto nada más para contar lo que es para mí una de las metáforas antiguas más bellas, que tiene mucho que ver con esta reunión. Dicen que en la antigua China había una comunidad campesina que no podía llevar sus productos al mercado porque había una montaña en la mitad que no dejaba que sus productos llegaran. Y un día, un viejo campesino, al que llamaban el viejo tonto de las montañas, decidió coger un pico y se fue a tumbar la montaña. Y estuvo día tras día tumbando la montaña. La gente se reía. Pero los dioses se apiadaron del viejo tonto de las montañas y le quitaron la montaña. Eso es todo lo que tenemos que hacer. Coger el pico de la convergencia y empezar a tumbar la montaña que durante siglos nos ha separado. Muchas gracias.
Thanks very much. Well, we're very, very pressed for time. We've got 45 minutes left. We really want to hear from the floor. We've got 6 people still to speak. I'd like them to stick to nearer 3 minutes than 5. What's the most important point you've got? And talk at double your normal speed. I'd like to start next with Henri-Paul Normandin from the Canadian Foreign Ministry. Thanks very
much. Mr. Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, bonjour, good morning, buenos dias. And first, thank you to our hosts in Trinidad and Tobago for having us here today to talk about the future of the Caribbean. And thanks as well to all the sponsors and the patrons of this event. And this morning, the panel is on convergence. Convergence, a theme of global relevance, and of course, a theme of particular relevance for this region. Like all regions of the world, this region, the Caribbean, has its own set of challenges. Some of them have been mentioned before, just to identify a few. Economic development, from trade and investment to reducing poverty. Security, to state the obvious, one cannot fight transnational crime alone. And in order for nations, in order for a community to move forward, we need to identify common challenges, common goals, and work together in that direction. So many people in the course of the event will be talking about specific challenges and specific initiatives of convergence in the region. But my topic this morning is more specifically convergence between the Caribbean and its international partners. And my simple point is this: convergence between the Caribbean and its international partners will be as effective as convergence there is within and amongst Caribbean countries. Put in other words, the more there is convergence within the Caribbean, the more effective there will be convergence between the Caribbean and its international partners. And we're not starting with a blank page, because there are a lot of initiatives of convergence, of integration within the Caribbean that international partners like Canada already build upon and can continue to build upon in the future. In the interest of time, I will not go through the long list. Suffice it to mention just a few. The University of the West Indies is a great example. It plays a key role in the region. And that's why a number of international partners like Canada support the university. Another example in the justice field is the Caribbean Court of Justice. It's a trusted regional institution. We know that it plays a role with its jurisprudence. It also has a role to enhance the performance of the region's judicial systems. So it's a good example of collaboration within the region. And here again, a number of international partners, including Canada, provide support to the court in this respect. Other examples can include natural disasters. For instance, the establishment of the risk insurance facility. In the field of security and defense, for instance, in this case, Canada has been doing a lot of training in the region, professional military development training. But it's not sufficient to train people in Canada. We have worked with a number of countries to establish a capacity within the region to train military within the region. So another example of convergence. In the field of economic growth, of course, numerous opportunities arise as well. So there are good examples of convergence between the international community and the Caribbean. But let me share with you, in this intimate gathering of some 300 people, that it's not always easy to work with the convergence paradigm. At times, we work a lot at the regional level. And at times, countries tell us, well, all you're doing at the regional level out there, that's all fine. But what's in it for my own country? And at times, working on regional issues, you can't see. It's intangible. It's not infrastructure. So working on harmonization, on regulations and things like that, people don't necessarily see. So it's difficult at times to explain what is being done. It is difficult at times for people to understand what is the type of work that is being done at the regional level, specifically to encourage convergence. But we will continue to do so because we have a number of successes to build on, and most importantly, this is the agenda of this region. So a number of international partners, including Canada, have opted to support you in those efforts. Finally, on a different note altogether, but still on the theme of convergence, Canada has a vision of hemispheric convergence. We can see the time and the place that the hemisphere will converge. I can even predict where and when this will happen. Actually, the hemisphere will converge in Toronto in July and August of this year as Canada hosts the Pan Am and the Pan American Games. It will be a great sporting event. It will be a gathering for all the people of the region. It'll be a fiesta, and we very much look forward to welcoming you and your delegations to Canada.